What's up, man? YouTube, what it is, man. Corey Gwtc here. Hope you guys are liking the content that I'm actually putting up right now. Hope it's been food, you know what I'm saying, for your soul, you know what I'm saying, for you to maintain, you know what I'm saying, your positive parameter about yourself, you know what I'm saying. I really didn't even have a message today, but I do want to talk about habits. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I really want to develop a good habit of putting out good content early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because what it does, it gives me something to focus on. You know what I'm saying? It gives me something to commit to. It gives me something to, you know what I'm saying, live by. And instead of just talking and really just trying to live it. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to share this. Just on my last run, you know what I'm saying, my wife rode with me, you know. And it was just crazy, you know. That when she rode with me, for a lot of people who don't know me, I got my CDLs from Albany, Georgia. Well, actually South Georgia Tech, but I went through a program, you know what I'm saying, which was Job Corps, and allowed me to get my CDLs. You know what I'm saying? But the actual school was named South Georgia Tech. That was basically an extension. The program was an extension to better offer more skills, and that I took advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I said that was because the last run me and my wife was on, we actually went from Atlanta to Texas, and from Texas we went to Albany, Georgia, where I really got my start, where I got my traction. You know what I'm saying? For being able to provide for myself, being able to, you know what I'm saying, offer money to your family, or being able to help your brother or sister or anything. But it was where I really had got my traction to as a man, to provide for myself, you know what I'm saying? And anytime I go back in the area, man, I even got homeboys down there now, man. What up, Beezy? I'm just gonna shout you out, you know what I'm saying? But anytime I go back down in the area, man, you know, it takes me back to a place when I was on a level of grind, when I was on a level of focus, you know. I didn't have time to, you know what I'm saying, allow no BS to, you know what I'm saying, within my parameter of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really had to stay focused. I was very uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, man, by the will of God, you know what I'm saying, He pulled me through. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And then to this day, I'm still living off, you know what I'm saying, those basically those skill sets that I obtained down there. You know what I'm saying? Even though the area is very uncomfortable, it was a lot of stuff about the program that I didn't like. But what happened was, by me just staying focusing on what I needed to do, you know what I'm saying, it allowed me to, you know what I'm saying, in the future provide for myself, and still doing that for a family now. It was just me at one time, now it's for a family, you know what I'm saying? And it just took me to a place of where I had very, you know what I'm saying, pure thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, when I came home to Atlanta, it gets to a point, you see a lot of crazy, I'm not gonna say crazy, but you see Atlanta has a lot of limelight that, you know what I'm saying, you'll start trying to push for. And I'm guilty of that, you know what I'm saying? I started to try to push for that kind of stuff, and then before you know it, you'll find yourself in debt, you know what I'm saying? You'll find yourself not happy with yourself, but with a whole bunch of purchases and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But, and that's, I'm not in that space now, you know what I'm saying? But that was the transition for me coming from Albany, Georgia to, you know what I'm saying, like back at home, which is, it birthed a lot of distractions that I had to take a leap over. You know what I mean? And one of the biggest things too, I guess you said that the brain is this video to like a more primary subject. You're like, man, your humble beginnings, your very small beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are where you had your purest thought before your actions. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can get lost in your thoughts. You can get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? And you really got to find yourself, you know what I mean, at times. And that's a good time. That's a good time where you need to backtrack. You know what I mean? So just don't underestimate your small beginnings, man. Like, right now, I'm in a good space right now. I'm not even going to lie. You know what I'm saying? But I'm even positioning myself to go even further. You know what I'm saying? Either it's with this trucking, or with this YouTube channel, or it's with a business, or whatever it is. You know, don't stop growing, man. And don't underestimate, you know what I'm saying, your first beginnings or your first wins. Don't underestimate that, you know what I mean? If you take it serious and I'm telling where we go. And I'm glad I'm putting this on my I'm speaking on this morning because there is some I really do need to to put on my YouTube channel because it made me commitment to what I'm doing, and I hope it motivates you too. You know what I'm saying? All my messages may not be like this. Sometimes I like to crack. Sometimes I like to jump. But right now, it's just a serious subject of matter right now. You know. So man, I hope you guys feeling the content, feeling the vlogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you guys my perspective, and I'm developing something to be remembered by. So y'all be blessed, man. Take care. Like and subscribe. Like I say, you go on Instagram, follow me at Corey Gwtc. You can message me there or whatever. I'm not sure how often I'm going to podcast, but I'm most definitely going to commit to a level of content to give to you guys. You know, because I get lonely out here to truck too. That's another thing, man. I get lonely out here sometimes. You know, and it is what it is, man. Babe, I most definitely love you with my daughter. You guys push me, y'all motivate me. I thank you guys very much. You know what I'm saying? For everything, you know. And that's it, man. Y'all like and subscribe, hit the bell. I guess that's what they say.